In this video, we're going to look at the vector equation of a straight line, both in 2D and 3D. So we've explored vectors and their properties. We're going to look now at how to use them to define the equation of a line. Let's have a look. So let's begin by just going through what the logic is for the vector equation of a line. Vector equation line works like this. If you have an origin defined, which can be in 2D space or 3D space, or really in any dimensional space, then a line is defined as a starting point and a direction. So let's say a starting point is here and a direction going this way. So the logic here is from an origin, we say go to a starting point and then go in this direction and go any amount in this direction, which could be forwards or backwards. So let's think about how we represent this instruction in mathematical notation. The idea is this. Let's say that our starting point has coordinates 3, -1. And let's say that the vector going in this direction like that has vector equation 4, 1. I'm going to write that actually in column vector form, 4, 1. So we can say that the vector equation of our line is go to the point 3, -1. So that can just be the position vector 3, -1. So go 3 units along and 1 unit down to get to this point here. And by the way, I've not tried to accurately place this relative to the origin, because when we get to 3 dimensions, there's really no point in doing that. And then go any amount in this direction. And often we're going to use the Greek letter lambda for this. Sometimes we use the Greek letter mu, or sometimes the letters s or t. Any amount in this direction. So these two components are called the position vector. So the position vector and the direction. Oops, this one here. That's the direction vector. This here is called a parameter. And so the idea is that as I vary that parameter, it will take me to different points along this line. If the parameter is positive, then it will be some point over here. If it's negative, it will be some point over here. So that's the logic of the vector equation of a straight line. We have a position vector and we have a direction vector. Now, notice that this means that there isn't just one equation of any given line, because you would get the same line if you went to any starting position on the line and then moved any amount in that fixed direction. So when we're dealing with vectors, there isn't a unique equation of any given line. All right, let's have a look at an equation and put that into practice. So find the equation of the line that passes through these 2 points. So what's that going to look like? So let's start by just plotting these 2 points, and it's really, really not important to be careful with how you plot these here. It really doesn't matter. So I'm just going to put -2, 4 here, and I'm going to put 1, 5 here, but it's not important at this stage that this is plotted carefully. So we want the vector equation of the line which goes through these 2 points like that. So what we need is a position vector and a direction vector. So the position vector could actually be either one of these 2 points. You can go to any known point on the line. Just at random, I'll pick this one. So I first go to that point. So that's go to the point -2, 4. And then I want any amount of a vector in this direction. So I'm going to work out what is the vector that gets me from this point here to this point here. And the way we work out what vector gets you from one point to another is to take the second point and subtract the first. So my direction vector will be 1, 5 minus minus 2, 4. So that's 1 minus minus 2 is 3, and 5 minus 4 is 1. And so that's my direction vector. So I want any amount of that direction. So if lambda is 1, then I would end up at this point here, because I will have started at negative 2, 4, and then gone along the line to here. But if lambda was a half, I would be at this point, and if lambda was 2, I'd be somewhere over here, and if lambda was negative, I might be somewhere down here. But that is one version of the equation of this line. Since the position vector can be any point on the line, another entirely correct answer is 1, 5 plus lambda 3, 1. So you can put 1, 5 as your starting point. So that would be another answer. One final thing to say about direction vectors is that theoretically another solution would be 1, 5 plus lambda 6, 2. Now, why is that acceptable? Well, it's acceptable because 6, 2 is parallel to 3, 1. If you've gone 3 along and 1 up, you've gone in the same direction as if you've gone 6 along and 2 up. The convention, however, is to try to get the direction vector down to its simplest form. So here, obviously, dividing both by 2 gets us down to 3, 1, which is the simplest form. Okay, let's look at a three-dimensional case now. When it comes to 3D, it's very important to do a sketch, but you really don't need to worry about making them accurate. It's very, very difficult to do an accurate 3D sketch, so just don't bother. So we want to find the equation of the line that passes through these 2 points. So I'm not even going to consider anything about where I've actually put these points. It really doesn't matter. This is the point with coordinates 3, 1, minus 1. And this is the point with coordinates 0, 2, 3. And so the line which goes through these 2 points, well, I can just take a position vector of either one of these points. I'll go with 0, 2, 3. And then I want any amount of, and I'm just going to use S here to show you that it's not always lambda. I just need my direction vector now, which is in either direction, the vector which gets me from this point to this point, or indeed from this point to this point. So we can find that by doing one point minus the other point. So 3 minus 0 is 3, 1 minus 2 is minus 1, and minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. And there's a direction vector. I say a direction vector because any multiple of that would be acceptable. For instance, another entirely correct vector equation of this line would simply be the negative of that. I'll just change this to a t to show you that, again, that doesn't really matter. Minus 3, 1, 4 would also be acceptable because the whole point is we can take any multiple of this vector, including negative multiples. All right, so that's the vector equation of a straight line in 2 and 3 dimensions. Over the next few videos, we'll just explore the logic of this in a bit more detail. So I'll see you then.